Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes weekly webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today from our friends at Hunkydory Crafts, I have 3 little books. We have frames, toll, and gilded flowers, you guys, and they make adorable cards like this one, which is a cute little easel card. I have so much more to show you, and you guys, this is our giveaway card for this episode, so if you stick around, you'll learn how one lucky viewer could win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. All right, let's take a little flip through on these. You're getting 120 beautiful gilded floral images featuring 20 different designs. Okay, so you're getting 6 of each. And I'm just going to take a quick flip through since we have 3 of these to go through. So these are really beautiful. And they're not foiled, but they have a really beautiful gold printing. This is the one I showed you in the card opening. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Just about any color you'd want to feature. Some horizontal, most of them are vertical. And we're getting towards the end. Okay, there we go. Gilded flowers, absolutely gorgeous. And then these are just over 4 inches, so they're like 4 1/8 of an inch wide, and just, I mean, slightly under 6 inches. It's like 5 7/8, just almost 6 inches. All right, and then we have the beautiful blue and white toll, which is gorgeous. I'm gonna do the same. I call it toll, some people call it toile. Let me know what you guys say. There is beautiful borders, and then this one, this is a really dark blue. It's almost reading black on the camera, but that is a blue cat tiger. And then look at that hot air balloon. This is gorgeous. As popular as the blue and white like chinoiserie look is now, this is right on trend. Look at those, and then I feel like there's more horizontal in this one. Gorgeous. Really pretty with the borders there, and that lighthouse, come on. And the elephant, look at the baby elephant, he's so cute. And the balloons. That's gorgeous. A lot of kind of gold details on that one. The teddy, and yep, there's that chinoiserie and the beautiful flowers. That butterfly is striking. Look at the cat, all the blue and white, and the piano, and then the borders, and then, oops, did I miss any? And then the bicycle, gorgeous. All right, and finally, we're getting the frames. You're getting 120 frames, 30 different designs on this one. Okay, so you're getting, I think, 4 of each. So butterflies, this is like a gold, and then the blue plaid background, little doggy paws, or kitty paws too. The dots, really nice with the bow. Gilded frame in silver. Kind of a barbershop or stamp. I guess it's a stamp. I immediately saw the stripes and went barbershop. This is definitely a stamp right there. And then another gilded frame. I love the film strip. Really nice pastels. A pearl border. Really rustic wood frame. They've got some more of that blue and white floral. And then the green foliage. And then this one kind of looks like Polaroid down here with the background. And then the teal, sort of sunburst. And then really sparkly right there. And then I love the gingham, that's adorable. Sparkly purple, neon. And the cutaways are really cute here. Stars. Denim, splatter paint, and I love that kind of a Hollywood sign. balloons, torn paper, and you've got that argyle. Very cool. So with these, you could just put a greeting in the center of them and be done. You could put a photo in the center of them. There's lots of things that you can do. So let's take a look right now at this one. So this is a 5x5 card, and I covered the card front with patchwork roses, 12x12 pattern cardstock, and I used this one right here in the corner. I just literally used a top corner of it just to get the patchwork part of it. And then I took my paper, my floral, gilded floral, and I cut that down to, it's the same width, 4 1/8, but then I cut it down this way, so it's 4 1/4 inches long, okay? Couldn't quite get it to 4 1/8 inch square because then I would lose some of the flowers, so we kind of squished it in a little bit. Matted that with some gold, polished gold mirror cardstock, leaving a little 1/8 inch border. And then you can see here on my 5x5 card, actually scored it. So when you open it up like this, okay, it is on the card front, you score it from the top right corner down to the bottom left corner to make that easel shape right there. Using a scoreboard is really handy. We have 2 scoreboards right now. We have the card size like this, and then we also have the 12x12 size. I'll list both of those down below the video in the supplies. Then I covered it once. I like to score this first, then I cover it with the paper right here, which, by the way, I inked with Velvet Fawn ink. Nice little brown. Use my applicator tool to apply that. Then when I cut my paper down to a 4 3/4 inch square, then I scored that in the same kind of diagonal. Then I glued it to the card front. So that way you're not trying to score the card through 2 layers of cardstock. And once I got those diagonal lines lined up and glued down, then I just folded it again and it worked out great. Then I foam taped this little card topper thing that I made, and as you can see, I just foam taped it to the bottom right corner right here, and I just put a length of foam tape here and then another piece like right here. And the foam tape that I like to use is our giant wheel of foam tape. It's 150 yards, or 150 feet or 50 yards of continuous 1/2 inch wide foam tape. And it's about 20 bucks, you guys. It is a great deal for all this foam tape that you get. Debbie and I use it every day. All right, so once that's down, then you guys, I added some little gold corner dazzle stickers. Well, actually, these are not dazzles. They're actually from company Yay that manufactures our dazzle stickers. But these, so that we call these peel-offs, okay? Put the smallest ones in the corners right here. The hugs, actually, I wanted to use gold for my greeting, but it just really wasn't showing up on this sort of golden green background. So I decided to go with brown script greeting dazzle stickers, okay? And it comes in a 3-pack, and each one of the sheets are different greetings, but it's very handy to have them all together in 3. And then when you open this up, the inside, I just used some more of that patchwork roses, cut that down to 4 3/4 inch. And then along the bottom and the top edge, I added gold. Oops, I added, if I can find it, where'd it go? There we go. This is gold pearl fancy border dazzle stickers. I use these right down here. Peel off so nicely in this lace pattern, and at the top and at the bottom, and then I foam taped one of the cutout greetings from the paper pack so that that foam tape is going to prop that up just like that and keep it open. So stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to tell you how we do a card giveaway on that one. All right, next, where is my next one? Here we go. For this one, this is a 5 by 6.5 inch card. I used the frame right here on the front that has this, it's very rustic wood, and then I matted it just for a little bit of heft on that to make it a little sturdier with the polished gold metallic cardstock, just leaving a little tiny 1/8 inch border on that one. And then on my 5 by 6.5 inch card, you'll notice I cut away 2.5 inches or half of the card width from the front only. And then I covered that with a little sunflower paper. So this is 12 by 12 sunflower pattern cardstock, one of our absolute favorites around here. And just covered that top flap with one of the brown papers. Okay, and then right here, I went ahead and I should have mentioned that when I used this frame, I have to go backwards, you guys. I actually used my tiny scissors and I just cut out the center of the wood frame. I can find it. Here we go. And I'm going to show you how. Because I use this technique quite a bit when using these. I literally just stab my little scissors in, and small scissors are very much just a really good thing to use on these, because if you try to do this with your large scissors, it's a mess. You might even try using your paper trimmer to do it. You get a really nice straight edge, but I just frankly found it was quicker just to cut it out like this. And I just went around right like that. So I'm removing this center part. And then I went ahead and I took the sunflower image and, well, I won't take time to find it, but I took the sunflower image, I took one of those and glued it to the back of the frame. Then I took 2 more of the sunflower papers and I cut out just the blossoms. So I cut out 1 layer, which is right here, and then I cut out another layer right here. And you can see, but, well, I have to show you the sunflower one in order to make my point. Come on, sunflower. Like a roulette wheel. You never know where it's going to stop. Should I go buy it, you guys? Maybe I used them all.
I think you used them all.
I couldn't have used them all. There's so many in here. There, I know I didn't use them all. They were just stuck in there. Okay, so you'll notice there's sort of an outer layer of petals and then an inner layer of petals. So the first one I cut out with my small scissors is I cut out the entire thing, and then I went around down here as well. So it's actually 2 pieces. It's one continuous piece. And I glued it over the image that was behind the frame, okay? Actually, I foam taped it. And then I took a third one, because the first one is behind the frame. The second one, I cut out the entire image. And then the third one, I just cut out sort of the top very yellow petals. And on this one, just those sort of, I don't know, they're kind of a white gold ivory color petals. And then I foam taped those so that they have a different look about them. So that's how I handled that. And then when we go to the inside, took another image, matted it actually with just some tan cardstock from our pastel cardstock pack, which I'll list down below. And then I just glued that right to the left side of the card. This thank you is from our big brown Greeting Dazzle stickers, okay, which I love. They're just this really nice color brown. And added that right there. And then the inside back, just covered it with the yellow. I wanted to leave a nice space for writing. Inked all of the edges of these things, you guys, with Velvet Fawn ink. So that's how that one came together. All right, next, whoops. All right, so we're moving on to the toll. This one also is a 5 by 6.5 inch card, but for this one I did a gatefold card. If you're new to card making, a gatefold card is when you take a scoreboard and you score halfway across one panel and halfway across the other panel, and you're ignoring the original fold here on the side. You're just ignoring it. And you're taking these and you're folding them into the center, just like this. creating a new shape for your card, okay? But you do have that fold in the back, so we always recommend you decorate the back there so that that is covered. So I've got these two flaps, and what I did with these two flaps is, on the first flap, I glued a matted image, and I used for my mat the gold mirror, okay? And I used this gorgeous piece with the girl. I added some more of those gold pearl fancy border dazzle stickers along the top and the bottom. The hello comes from our gold more greetings dazzle stickers, which you guys, you can now buy this by the sheet, okay? And added that. It's really nice to use with a pokey tool because these are just very fine detailed. And I covered my flaps of my card with, where did it go? With a navy blue cardstock, which apparently I forgot to grab. That's very strange. Anyway, it's just a navy blue solid. I'll list it down below the video in a solid paper pack. And then added a white fancy border dazzle sticker right here. Okay, it's the same version as the gold, just a different finish. And when you're opening this up, I really wanted to decorate the inside of my flap, but we'll wait on that one. On the right flap, okay, which would be this one right here, I did the same thing. I just took the image and I matted it with gold cardstock, and then I glued that to the right side flap, added thinking of you, same dazzle sticker sheet. And then when you open this up, it's pretty spectacular looking, but it was so easy because I took the gilded frame from the frame pack, glued that, remember, over this inside fold, okay? Just, I didn't cut out the center of it, just glued there. Then I took from the paper towel, remember I pointed out that fantastic butterfly? Here we go, come on, there we go. Cut that one out using my tiny scissors, and I glued that to the corner of the frame. Happy birthday dazzles. Used some scraps of the gold, polished gold cardstock, and then just glued them to each of the side flaps. So these are the inside flaps right there. And then added white, the fancy border dazzles right here, added the white here, and added the gold pearl here. So it really does make a nice presentation. You're shedding it this way, you're shedding it this way, but it's just a really basic card fold, really simple. Okay, next. All right, I used one of the frames again. This time I covered my card with blue cardstock, and then I glued the frame to the card front. And then I took my scissors again, and I took, these are really sharp points. You could use like a craft knife to do this, but I just went ahead and poked through my two layers, okay? And very carefully, I just cut around this navy blue edge of this frame, okay? Just took my time doing it. And then I had a nice little window. So then all I had to do was take this cake image, once again, mat it on that gold cardstock, glue it to the inside back of the card. And then I took some more of these cake images. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first image just has the full cake. The second image and the third image, I cut out the cake without the background. And then finally the fourth image, I just cut the bow out. And then I foam taped those. See the layers? And then the foam tape gives it all that nice layers, but it does squish down and makes great for mailing. Then, you guys, I added congratulations using the same more greetings right there. And then I used these gold mirror dazzle stickers on the corners. And then I also placed them among the flowers on top of the cake. Okay, so really easy card. Where would you sign this card if you were giving it to somebody for a bridal shower or just put birthday on here and it's a birthday card? Just sign around here, okay? Or sign down here. You just want to keep away from the window. All right, so you guys, these are so fun to play with. You can see lots of different things you can do with these little rectangle images. Stack them up, cut them apart, layer them, use some foam tape. You're gonna have a lot of fun with them. So we have a fantastic money saver on this collection. If you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page, the money saver's right there on the right-hand side. If you're watching us over on YouTube, just look below the video in the description box and you'll see a link that'll take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page so you can find that money saver right there. And below the video on our YouTube channel, on our Paper Wishes webisode page, there are full color photos of the cards. If you click on each one, you're going to get a very detailed supply list for each card. And then if you go past the photos and look down below those, there's just sort of all the supplies are just sort of tossed in together there. So if you know exactly what you're looking for, you don't need to look at the detailed list. So, how we do our card giveaway. This is the one. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday videos, we do a card giveaway. And if I'm hosting it, Lene, I'm going to give away a card. And we do that over on our Paper Wishes YouTube channel, which is called My Paper Wishes. So you would hop over there, subscribe to our Paper Wishes YouTube channel, like this video with a thumbs up, and leave us a comment. All right? And then we ask that you come back and look, and well, actually about a week after we leave our comments. You will have to kind of keep an eye on the situation. A week after this posts, then we're going to reply to one of those comments and say, congratulations, YouTube username blank, and we will identify you by your YouTube username, and we'll give you instructions on how to email us and claim your card. If you're not sure what your YouTube username is, go back and look at your comment, and it's labeled with that. It's a good idea to hit the notification bell at the top right-hand corner so you know when we're making a card giveaway announcement or when we're dropping a new video. So yeah, we can't wait to give one of these away in some happy mail. Thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. This is a fun collection. I hope you take advantage of that money saver, and we'll see you in the next one.